Welcome back to Center Stage, everybody. We're talking with actor, musician, author, and celebrity pitchman William Shatner.
Celebrity pitchman, I love that.
You like that?
Celebrity
You're
pitchman.
great at it.
Well, thank you.
It started Côte St. Luc in Montreal?
No, actually, Girard Avenue. I born in Montreal.
Okay.
Grew up there.
What'd your parents do?
My dad was a clothing manufacturer. My mother was a mother and housewife. And I went to school there.
Well, when did you get the bug to act?
Well, somewhere in a children's camp when I was about 6. In fact, it was a relative who was running the camp.
An aunt, right?
An aunt.
Uh-huh.
And just a little tiny aunt.
Tiny, small one, yeah.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous. With a bite. Hi, you wouldn't believe it. Okay.
I should have said aunt. That would have avoided
Aunt,
that.
yes. So my aunt ran the camp, and I was in a camp play. And I did something about say goodbye to the Germans were coming and the Nazis were, and there was a whole audience of people who were affected by that, and they started to cry when I was done. And oh my God, look what I've done! What did I do? I'm 6. I don't know. So I think that was the bug.
Now in high school, you had a nickname, Tuffy?
Yes, I had a fight all the time.
How come?
Well, anti-Semitism and all that kind of thing.
Really?
I had to defend myself more than one guy at a time at times.
Now McGill University, I've read, is the Harvard of Canada.
Yes.
But I've also read that you aren't a great student, so how did you get into the Harvard of Canada?
I don't know, because I've puzzled that one over for a long time. This past year, when they honored me with a doctorate, I said as my last couple of lines to the students, I said, "Don't be afraid of making an ass of yourself." I said, "I do it all the time, and look what I got."
All right, so you're out of McGill, and you want to start an acting career, and you go to New York City.
Right.
How do you get there? What's it like when you get here?
Okay, so I'd been to New York City because I had paddled a canoe from Montreal to New York.
Why?
Why? The question is, why not?
Because you said yes.
Why not paddle a canoe down the St. Lawrence River with 8 other guys, a war canoe? And we arrive in New York City. I'm 17,
right?
And I'm looking around, and I walk around Times Square, and I'm thinking New York City. And I've just paddled a canoe. I became a celebrity for that 30 seconds. So
right.
These crazy Canadians have just come down in a war canoe. Why? We don't know why. We just did it.
So you're at Times Square.
So I'm Times Square, and I'm looking around.
Right.
This is where I belong. It took me another few years to get here because I had to go through the summer theater, winter theater, to Toronto, to Stratford, Ontario, 3 years of Shakespeare, come down to New York in a play by Marlowe called Tamburlaine. I get some notices, agents and things, people recognize me. I get into live television.
Now tell me about the Radio City incident. A guy told you, would you like to go see the Rockettes?
Yes.
What happened there?
I believe that was when I arrived by canoe.
Right.
With only a loincloth. What could this guy have been? So I'm looking around. I've never been to New York. The guy says, "New in town?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm new in town. I just paddled into town." The guy says, "Have you ever seen Radio City Music?" I said, "No, but I've heard about it." He said, "Would you like to go?" I go, "Oh my God, yeah." He said, "I'll take you." He said, "Come along." He said, so I go, and he buys my ticket, and he sits down beside me. There are these beautiful girls with their rocket
right.
legs.
Uh-huh.
And as I'm walking on rocket legs, I feel his hand.
On the loincloth.
On the loincloth.
All right, so we go through all of these stops along the way. When did you tell your dad, "I'm not taking over the family business"? And how did he take that?
About the 4th year in university. Mm-hmm. So I said to my dad, "I want to be an actor." I said, "What? No. He said, "You'll be a hanger-on. You don't want to do that. You'll never be able to make a living on it. Do this." "Oh, I can't." So he said, "All right, you have to do it."
He didn't fight you on it, but he was disappointed.
Very disappointed. I gave myself a year or 2 or 3 to do something, and if I couldn't do it, I'd come back.
We'll explore that year or 2 or 3 when we return on Center Stage right here on Yes.